Something's going on. Okay. Morning. How is everybody today? Okay, so make sure you have what you need. You don't need a mat. An area that is non-slip. If you don't have blocks, grab a heap of books. Grab some cushions, some pillows, a blanket or a towel. So again, this is going to be a very gentle class. And it's Friday, isn't it? So happy Friday. Hi, guys. Let me turn off the comments so you guys can see what is going on. Hey, Bubble. Okay. Will it let me do this? Okay, commenting off. All right, so make sure you're in clothes that you can move in, that are comfortable. You need a drink, water, tea, coffee, whatever. I decided tea this morning. I was going to do coffee, but some echinacea tea. Hopefully everyone is staying as sane as they possibly can. Sorry, Instagram, let me put my headphones in so you guys can hear properly. How's everyone on YouTube? Is good? Okay. All right, hopefully you can hear. Let's start lying down on our back. So again, you don't need a mat. You can do this somewhere that you're not going to slip. Lie down on your back. Bring the soles of the feet flat to the ground. Same thing as the last couple of, not yesterday, days before. Walk the feet out wide and let the inner knees rest together. You might need to bring the feet close to the glutes or further away, whatever might be comfortable for you. Then you can put the arms wide, maybe on the body, back behind you, whatever feels comfortable. So this, the gentle spreading of the sacrum area, the low back, hamstrings, glutes, maybe a little bit of adductors as well. And close your eyes. And just notice what you hear. What sounds are deep in the background of your location, your vicinity. Do you hear whirrings of machinery? Anything in the house, anything outside of the house, or wherever you are? Do you hear vehicles? Cars, planes, motorcycles, trucks, buses, etc. Tune right into your breath. You hear the breath as it moves down through the passageways, maybe at the nasal, back of the throat. And then as it leaves the body, as you exhale. And just noticing each thing, almost like you're looking at it at once, with a really broad view. For now, open your eyes and just look up. As you lie here, take in everything that you see. Instead of moving the head or the eyes around, look straight ahead. Broaden your field of vision. So think of the eyes looking straight ahead, but you're also taking in everything that's around you that you can see in the peripheral, the very edges. You don't have to move the eyes to those directions. You can just see it, taking it in. Still breathing nice and deep. And the breath move down to that lower area, that 360 breath down to the low abdomen, low back, sideways. Take another full breath in, fill up completely. You can either keep the eyes open or close the eyes now. Bring the arms down by your side. Walk the feet to a hip width position. Press the palms down, the triceps down. It's like you're rolling the shoulder heads back. The feet press, big toe mound, baby toe mound, heel bone. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift the pelvis up. You're going as high as it's comfortable for you today. And exhale, slowly articulate the spine down. Again, inhale, slowly lift up from pelvis, low spine, mid spine, maybe upper spine. Make sure that the upper neck's not compressing into the ground, the chin if it is. Exhale, slowly lower back down. If you need, you can always put a blanket under your head as well if you need that extra bit of space. Again, inhale, slowly roll up. Make it a little higher each time, roll the inner thighs down. Exhale, slowly articulate back down. Moving to your breath, we'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, slowly lift up. Option to lift the arms up and back behind you. Hands will touch the ground as the hips reach their peak. And exhale, slowly lower down. If you're adding the arms on, once the hips come to the ground, the hands come to the ground. One last time. Slowly lift up, with or without the arms. You're welcome to keep them directly by your side. And exhale, slowly lower back down. And walk the soles of the feet together. Let the knees come out wide. You may want to put blocks underneath the outer knees here. Lift the arms straight up towards the sky. Just some gentle movements. The palms face one another, just like you're holding a box just on top of your chest or your throat. Take a full inhale breath. And then bring your right arm on top of your left and grab the opposite shoulders, left arm underneath the right. You're welcome to stay here, just holding shoulders. We might want to move into a full eagle bind. That will be crossing the elbows, then crossing the wrists. Maybe the palms or the thumbs touch. And from here, I want you to notice the rib cage. So if you can see my body, notice how everything moves. I want you to keep the ribs pulled in and down, the pelvis pressing nice and firm. As we inhale, push the arms back, keep the ribs pulling down to the pelvis. And then exhale, pull the elbows down and in, pull the shoulders back, so spreading the collarbones wide. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms push back, ribs pull down. Exhale, elbows in, shoulders pull back. One more. Inhale, arms back, ribs forwards and down. Again, if you're just holding opposite shoulders, elbows will come back. Exhale, arms down, shoulders pull back. Release the arms, lift the arms straight up towards the sky. Have the palms again face one another. Think of the shoulders plugging back into the ground. Take a full inhale breath. And exhale, let's place the left arm on top of the right. Again, first of all, just grab opposite shoulders. Just notice how it feels for the body. And if you need any props under the outer knees, if this is uncomfortable for the groin, the inner thighs, please support the legs. You can always slide the feet further away now and do something a little different. Either stay here with the arms, or you'll take the full eagle bind. So you cross at the elbows and then, then cross at the wrists, maybe hook the thumbs or bring the palms to touch. And now again, noticing the rib cage, the shoulders, notice the body, the spine. On the inhale, we'll push the elbows back, pull the ribs forwards and down. Exhale, pull the elbows down into the chest, pull the shoulders back behind you. Again, if you're just holding shoulders, the same thing. Inhale, elbows push back, pull the ribs forwards and down. Exhale, shoulders back, pull the elbows in. We'll do it 1 more time. Inhale, breath, push the arms back, pull the ribs down to the feet. Exhale, elbows in, shoulders back. Release the arms, lift them straight up to the sky. And then bring the arms out to a goalpost position, palms face up. Soles of the feet come to the ground. If you need the hands to help guide the legs in, please do that. Have the feet wide, so we're just going to slowly move again. Take a full inhale breath. Make sure there's nothing on either side of the legs. On the exhale, the knees drop to the left-hand side. You might need to move the feet a bit wider or a bit more narrow. Inhale up through the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale up through the center. Exhale to the left. Continue this to your breath. You can always pause on one side a little longer if that feels good for you. Now, I haven't yet, in classes, I normally guide you into this. You might want to try, think of the bottom leg, again, maybe watching what I'm doing, the bottom leg just staying, the top leg lifting up until the body's connected, the bottom leg comes with it. Then the legs drop over to the other side. And the same thing, top leg will slowly lift, bottom leg's just staying relaxed until you feel that pull. It's gently pulled over to the other side. If that works for you, do it this way. If not, you can move both legs at the same time. Continue slowly left to right. And as you do this, I want you to notice, what are you feeling up the spine? How much is moving of the torso? What does it feel like as the feet pivot from the medial arch through the sole to the lateral arch? Outer and inner foot, inner and outer foot. How do the legs feel through this movement? Is there a side that it feels a little more fluid, a little easier? Are there any areas that the body gets a little stuck? We'll do it one more time to each side. Make sure that the right side is the last side that you do, if you did start on the left with me. And then bring the legs back to the center. Hug the knees to the chest. Hands can be on the front of the shins or the back of the hamstrings. Little rock side to side. You're going to take big circles now. So think of tracing the sacral border. So that little area at the base of the spine, at the pelvis, you're going to trace that. So you go through the low back, sides of the glute, through the middle of your bum, through the opposite side. The legs can either be together or they can be apart. You might want to hold the kneecaps. And these circles might be really small. They might be a lot bigger. We'll do one more in this direction. And then we'll take the rotations back the other way. Slowly moving the body again. This might be quite small, it might be bigger movements, bigger circles. Do two more. Pause anywhere that you need to. Also modify any way that you need to as well. Moving gently and slowly. Once you bring the legs back to the center, pause here. Hug the knees to the chest. So I want you to just make sure the pelvis stays on the ground. You might hold the front of the shins, back of the knees. The feet and the shins are side by side. So no crossing of the ankles, just have the feet side by side and breathe here. So think of every inhale, the stomach presses onto the thighs. As the exhale, the knees might drop a little further down towards the chest. Keep the head and shoulders resting on the ground. Full inhale, the stomach expands, pushing the legs slightly away. And the exhale, the legs might come a little bit closer again. Still breathing into that entire ring area just above the pelvis. Full inhale breath. Full exhale. Do one more. Helping the entire back of the body to let go a little. Take a full inhale breath. Full exhale. And grab behind the back of the knees. If this is not suitable for the spine, just rock side to side. Otherwise, rock backwards and forwards, rounding the spine until you come up to a seated position. Let's cross the right shin in front of the left. If you need to sit up on props, sit up on blocks, blanket bolster, hands on the top of the knees. On the inhale, we'll slightly tip the pelvis forwards into a cow pose of the spine. And then on the exhale, we'll roll the spine back, chin to chest. Again, inhale, lift the chest forwards and up. Exhale, roll the spine. We'll do one more, then we'll add on. Inhale, tip the pelvis forwards, lift the chest. And exhale as you dome the spine back. Now on the inhale, we'll come forwards. And we're going to move the chest over through one knee. You can choose which side to start. We're going to come back through that cat pose at the back. And come up through the opposite side, lifting the chest. Think of lifting the chest through the front of the shins. Continue just like we did on our back before. Big circles. Do two more. One more in this direction. Pause at the center, and that cow pose, slight extension of the front of the spine. Let's take it through the left. So think of rocking onto the left hip, push the pelvis back behind you, onto the right hip, lift the front of the chest up. This can be, again, quite small. It can be a lot bigger if that works for you, maybe grazing the legs with your chest. Taking your time in the movement. Pausing anywhere that it feels like it's a nice stretch for you. It's morning stretch. Unless you're somewhere else that it's not the morning, then afternoon stretch. We'll take one more. And then we'll come back to the center. Inhale, that cow pose of the chest. Exhale, dome, and push the spine behind you. One more, just like that. Inhale, cow. And exhale as you round. Let's cross the opposite shin in front. Again, if you need to sit up on something or put props under the legs to support you, can always flex the toes to support the ankles and the feet as well. So here, we'll move the arms. Inhale, lift the arms straight up towards the sky. On the exhale, let's goal post the arms. Lift the chest up out of the low spine. So think of lifting nice and tall. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. Close the eyes. Again, just listen. What do you hear? What noises? Again, your body in the immediate vicinity. Noises in the room, in the house, or wherever you are. Noises further away. Take one more deep breath in. A full exhale. Open the eyes. Inhale, lift the arms straight up to the sky. Again, exhale, goal post the arms. Lift the chest, elbows down, chest lifts up. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Let's take a side body stretch. Left hand comes down. You can place it on a prop. Right arm comes up and over. You might come down onto the elbow, the forearm. Maybe taking a little bit of movement, chest up, chest down, move the arm, move the hand, move the head, and breathe. Again, anytime you want to really get a little more internal, close the eyes so you can feel what's going on. And take one more breath in. I want you to roll through the left side, bring the hands out in front of you, folding over the front of the shins. Pull the front of the chest forwards through the biceps. And think of pushing the pelvis forwards. The pubic bone pushes back behind you. So the frontal hips rock forwards. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Now recruit from the pelvic floor, the front of the pelvis. Inhale, sit back up. Exhale, goal post the arms. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. Again, take movement, be still. You can put the hand on a prop, on a block, on anything that works for you. Come up higher, come down further to the elbow, the forearm. And we breathe. Again, maybe closing the eyes so you can really understand where you're feeling the sensations and what you therefore have to do to work with them, to work in the right direction of what's necessary for you for right now. And take another breath in. And a full breath out. Breathe just a little deeper into the side of the body. And let's slowly roll through the side, over the leg, to the front. Again, pull the chest forwards and up. Might be just a little further down now, depending on how easily your body opens up. Breathe deep. So really tell your nervous system that you're in a safe space, that through the breath that you can open up and let go. Keep pulling the chest forwards, shoulders back. Take one more full breath in, and a full breath out. And again, pull up from the pubic bone, ribs, the navel. Inhale, sit back up, outer hips hug in. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. Close the eyes. Again, just notice what you're feeling, what you're hearing, what the thoughts are in the mind, the emotions, any sensations that are coming up. Be in the right here and now, where you are. Feel, breathe, be aware. Take another full breath out. Let's come to a tabletop position, hands and knees. So open the eyes, bring the hands down to the ground. Just learning to drink. Hands to the ground. Fingers might be together or comfortably spread. You can pad the knees with a blanket if they're sensitive. And then inhale for cow pose, lift the front of the chest up. Exhale for cat pose as you roll up the spine. Just a couple. Inhale, cow. So like when we're seated, lift the hamstrings, spread the collarbones. Exhale, dome for cat pose. Let's come to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Now extend the right arm forwards and the left leg back. Hug your right hip in. So notice if your bum wants to lean over to the right side, pull the right hip back and in. Take an inhale breath. Same side. So bring your right elbow towards your right hip, left knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, extend. So hug the left tricep in, right outer hip in. Exhale, again, same side. Right elbow, right hip, left knee, left side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Last one. Inhale, extend. Bend the knee, reach back. Can you grab your foot? You may need to bring the left hand a little closer back. Kick the foot back, pull into the foot. Take a full breath. Slowly release on the exhale, hand and knee down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, dome for cat. Again, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Let's come again to that neutral spine in a tabletop. Tuck the toes. This time, left hand comes forwards, right leg comes back. Same thing, wrap the outer left hip back, kick the right leg back behind you, so lifting from the quad. Ribs are in. Take a full breath in, right arm hugs. Same side, left elbow to left hip, right knee to right elbow. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring it in. Send the pubic bone back. Inhale to extend. Bend the knee, reach the hand back. Maybe you can grab the foot. If not, that's okay. Keep pulling the left hip back. If you have the foot, I want you to kick back, right arm hugs, chest pulls forwards. Take one more breath in. Slowly release, hand and knee down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We're going to add on to the cat and cow now. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Bring your bum back to your heels all the way. Continuing, we lift up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, pull the pelvis back and down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, round back and down. Once more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull the pelvis back and down. Let's come back up to a tabletop position. If you need blocks under the hands for this, you can use them. Step the right foot outside the right wrist. Welcome to stay here on the palms. You can come down to the forearms. You can use blocks or hooks if you have them. Just make sure that the right foot's just a little up in front of the knees. Maybe you'd like to take this into an active runner's lunge by lifting the back knee off the ground. You can stay still or you can move. Maybe turning right toes out, coming onto the knife edge of the right foot. When you move to what your body is telling you. So really, really listen. Feel and listen. Take another couple of breaths. One more full inhale and a full exhale. Bring the right foot back, come back to that tabletop position. Now let's step the left foot outside of the left wrist. The same option if you need to come up onto blocks, whatever does feel comfortable. You can stay here, forearms, lift the back knee. What does this side need? You're taking your runner's lunge. Maybe turning the left toes out. Again, maybe coming onto the very knife, the lateral edge of the left foot. Take 3 more breaths. What do you feel on this side? One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Let's come back to that tabletop position. Inhale for cow. And then exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. You may want to keep the feet where they are. You can take a longer stance or a wider stance. That's with the hands or the feet. Maybe moving around just a little bit. Really focus on pulling the pelvis back away from the wrists. And come up onto the tiptoes. Pivot the feet over to the side. Come to the inner arch of one foot, the outer arch of the opposite. Inhale back up through the center. Exhale, pivot them to the other side. Inhale up through the center. Pivot the heels to the side. Push the hips back. Inhale up to the center. Exhale, opposite side. You might feel it in the outer hip. Good. One more time. Up through the center. Pivot the heels to the side. Lift the heels straight up. Pivot the heels to the other side. And then let's come back to the center and walk your hands back to your feet. Let's come into a ragdoll pose. Have the feet about hip width or maybe a little bit wider. If you're really tight today, open the feet even wider. You can take a little sway side to side. Bring your hands to your lower back. Interlace your fingers at the lower back. And then roll the shoulders back behind you. So think of squeezing an egg between the shoulder blades. Your head relax. Hands might stay on the sacrum or lift off. A little bend of the elbows, so really getting that opening through the front of the chest, the shoulders. Take a full breath in. Let's swap the grip over. So swap every finger over one complete space. And again, squeeze the palms together. Pull the elbows back, the shoulder blades back. Maybe the hands lift off the pelvis. You may stay still, you may move. Keep pulling the shoulders back, squeezing the palms together. Again, if this doesn't work, hands stay on the hips. Take one more full breath in. And exhale, release the hands down to the ground. I'm going to do that one more time. If it was tough to grasp your hands, you might want to use a towel, a t-shirt, maybe a strap if you have a strap. Again, interlace the fingers at the low back. This time we're going to move with it. So with the fingers interlaced, pull the shoulders back, straighten one leg, and turn the body of the direction of the leg that you're straightening. So I'm straightening my right leg. I think it's mirrored on here. So it might look like my left. You'll turn to the side of the straightened leg. Maybe push the hands the opposite way. Bring the weight forward, gently press into the toes. And then let's come back to the center. Swap the grip of the hands. Squeeze the palms together, shoulders back. Straighten the other leg as much as you can and start to turn your chest to that direction of the leg. Pull the shoulders back. And again, lean the weight a little further forwards. The straight leg, I want you to lift the hamstring up. Maybe look up past the left shoulder, whichever shoulder that is turned towards the sky. Take one more full breath in. And then slowly release the hands down. Let the arms hang, head hang. Take a few breaths to slowly roll up. So keep the knees bent. And then think of the front of the body pushing the back of the body up. As you come slowly all the way up to a standing position. Inhale, lift the arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms lift straight up. Exhale, hands to heart. Once more, inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Close the eyes again. Breathe. And just notice, again, what do you hear? What noises are there now? How are you feeling now? Is there a change in mindset? Is there a change in sensations of the body? You feel warmer, more open. Take one more full breath in. And full breath out. Open the eyes. Inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. Let's grab opposite elbows, lean up and over to the left side. Push the hips right. Inhale up through the center, release the arms, option to look up. Grab opposite elbows, push the hips to the left, lean to the right. Inhale up to the center. Let's bring the left hand down, right arm over this time. Inhale back up to the center. Right hand down, left arm reaches over. Lean to the right, hips push back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Bend the knees just a little. Inhale, lift halfway. And then walk the hands away from you. Let's come to a top of a push-up position. So think of tucking your bum back, pulling the chest forward, push the heels back behind you. Thighs are firm, so the thighs press towards the sky. Pull the collarbones wide and hug the triceps in. Take a full breath in. Lower the knees to the ground, then bring the chest to the ground between the thumbs. Think of lifting the hamstrings up, pulling the shoulders and elbows back. Take a full breath. And then extend the legs back. Hands are beneath the chest, the shoulders, or back underneath the elbows. Press all 10 toes down. Inhale, baby cobra. Roll the inner thighs up. Push your pubic bone forwards. Chin stays into the throat. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower back down. Last one, inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lower. Let's roll over onto our back. Once on your back, bring the knees into the chest and pull the knees wide. I like to call this a passive happy baby, a little more relaxed than the feet lifted. So you'll either hold the knees, the front of the shins, or the back of the hamstrings. Push the pelvis forwards and down, maybe a little rock side to side. And then bring the feet flat to the ground. Hug the right knee into the chest. Extend the left leg long. Pull the right knee towards the right underarm. Flex both feet back towards you. Take a full breath. Press the left hamstring, left calf down, left heel away. Let's move into a twist. So we'll guide our right leg across to the left. If you need to move the hips a little further right, you may feel a little more comfortable on the spine, on the low back. Think of actively pushing your right hip away from the right underarm. The head can turn right if it's comfortable. Full breath in. And full breath out. Slowly bring the legs back to the center. Pelvis back to the center. Soles of the feet flat. Just resetting hips. Bring the left knee in. Awkward finger grip around the shin. Extend the right leg. Flex both feet towards you. Pull the left knee just outside of the left rib cage towards the underarm. As you pull the toes back, push the heels away and really feel the right hamstring, right calf push to the ground. Take another full breath in. And we'll guide the left leg across to the right side. So again, maybe moving the pelvis a little left leg to the right side. Left arm can reach wide. Head can turn left again if that's okay for the neck. You can always put props under the body. And then think of, so if the left hip pulls up, I want you to push the left hip towards the inner right heel. So actively rotating the top of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, towards the right heel, towards the extended leg. Take another breath in. And a full breath out. And take one more here. And slowly bring the leg back to the center, pelvis back to the center. Hug the knees to the chest. And bring the forehead all the way in towards the knees. Make the tiniest, smallest little ball possible. Thank yourself for the movement today as we now move into our resting pose of Shavasana. So the arms and legs can come wide. You're welcome to put props under the body. For me, I often like blocks or blocks with bolster underneath my knees. You can put a blanket over the abdomen. Let your body rest here. Just take in the sounds. Listen to what's around you. Feel your body get heavier. Let the breath move into the chest. Let it shallow. As you lay here, allowing your mind and body to just be. the mind starts to think. Just notice. Notice what thoughts keep coming up for you. Notice things that seem to play over and over again. Things that are a little more in the forefront of your subconscious. Are these things important for right now? Would it be better if you focused on something else? If you were to focus on this very second of where you are, of what you're feeling, how the breath is moving in and out, how the breath feels as it enters the body. Where it moves to, how far into the body it's going. And how the breath feels as it moves out. Often Shavasana is one of the hardest parts of practice. The more we practice it, the easier it does become. So can you be right here, right now? Can you just allow yourself to be? You can always stay longer if you'd like to. You can just turn this off. Maybe stay for an extra 20 minutes. It'd be a great Shavasana. When you are ready to move back into this amazing day, because it is amazing, you're alive. You are here. You are able to breathe and live and experience. Take advantage of that. There's so many people that can't and that won't be able to. When you're ready, start to move the fingers, move the toes, deepen the breath. Into maybe a big stretch or bringing the legs in. And roll onto the most comfortable side. And as you lay on this side, just notice, what do you feel? How do you feel right now? Is there anything that has changed? There might be something really small, might be something big. Notice, completely notice. And when you're ready, bring yourself up to a seated position. You can sit on your props and have hands on the lap, legs, heart, whatever does feel comfortable for you. Eyes open or closed. And thank yourself in whatever way is best for you. Thank yourself for moving, for breathing, for creating presence, for helping your mind in this time, your body as well. It's really, really important. Thank yourself fully for that. I thank you. As a whole collective thanks. The hands now come through prayer, thumbs to the third eye. Let's bow in gratitude. Thank you guys. Namaste. Happy day. I like that meme that says we don't call it any specific day anymore. It's just day. So happy day. Mwah, mwah. YouTube, Instagram. Thanks, guys. It'll be up on Instagram for 24 hours. It'll be on YouTube. Definitely, unless someone else takes it down. So If you want to subscribe to my YouTube, you can. youtube.com MJ and share, whatever. Thank you. Love you guys. Mwah. Hopefully see you soon.